Good day, dear ones. You have visited Paul Leo the Arcturian, and today's video is on Discover Fifth Dimensional. What is it? How do we discover it? Well, it is right inside you. Now, I do understand that a lot of this information that I am passing on is very, very foreign to a lot of people. And I'm not actually putting this information out there in order that you will believe me. You see, what I say, I know to be true. And I know it to be true for all. And this is my understanding, you see. And I also understand that many others will come around to this way of thinking. And you are only drawn to my messages by your heart. So, all that I ask is that you keep an open mind, you listen with your heart, and the only real outcome here that anyone could wish for is understanding. So I put all of this information out in order for people to gauge some sort of understanding. The rest of it will come along your timeline. So you will remember parts of what I say, and then another person will say other things, and then you'll start connecting the dots together. Okay, so I've mentioned it before that we are in the period of revelations. So many people probably haven't, that are watching this video, probably haven't read the Bible. I haven't read the Bible in this lifetime except for Revelations. And what I can say about that is that we're living inside Revelations right now, and people that do read the Bible every day, like the good citizens that they are, mostly do not recognize that we're living inside Revelations. And for me, this is quite an issue and a problem. The Bible has been altered by the Dark Ones to create separation, and it's tied these people down, and their minds are not open. They've taken every word of the Bible to be absolute fact, and from what I can gather, it seems to be read with the head as opposed to being read with the heart, because the heart is where your highest truth is. It's contained within you. It's inside you. It's in your heart portal. And when you do learn to open that heart portal and expand, then you come into the understanding that I am referring to. Now, what's the difference between third dimension and fifth dimension? Well, third dimension is a dimension of survival. And if you look at all of the violence and the basic needs and requirements of the human being, there's a lot of survival thinking out there. You know, we've got to go out, get up and get ready for work and go out and earn a living. and we've got to have money to put food on the table. This is the survival aspect of thinking. Of course, we have to put food on the table. However, what about if there was no money involved at all and we were all in a state of love and bliss and we helped each other all out and exchanged with each other our particular gifts? I.e., someone might be very good at growing root vegetables and another person may be very good at growing vines and the fruit off of vines. And another person is good at working with electricity. And another person is good at making mechanical things. And another person is good at construction. What about if we shared those abilities with each other and helped each other out, and we lived in a space of love, peace and harmony? This is fifth dimensional thinking. It doesn't necessarily include an exchange called dollars and cents. I believe that the monetary system has been created by the Dark Ones, and the Dark Ones were coerced by these Luciferian energies, because one way or the other there is light and dark. You only have to look at the night sky and then see that the sun comes up, and then we have daylight. We have light and dark in all aspects of our lives, including the spiritual realms. So, in order to enslave us, there's this monetary system was created, and then these world bankers have charged us interest, and this interest is money that comes out of nowhere. It's all of a sudden money that has to come from somewhere. And where does it come from? Because the original money that you loaned was, say, $100,000, and then say you've got to pay, well, in the logarithmic system, it's like 2.5 to 3.5 times the money that you originally loaned. So if you loan 100,000, you'll be paying back about 250 to 350,000. How good is that? Because of the interest. Now, where does that extra $150,000 to $250,000 come from? You only loaned $100,000, so we have to have then growth and productivity and blah 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 blah. It's all a form of enslavement. It's a Luciferian system. So right now we are all living in a fourth dimensional reality. There is a choice being made by all people of whether to stay in the third dimensional thinking, and those that choose the fifth dimensional thinking. Now, this planet, she has a consciousness as well, and she is well and truly ready to move into her fifth dimensional state, or back into it, I will say. She has made her sacrifices for us so that we may grow, and Revelations is a point at which we are in the fourth dimension making our choices for ourselves. So, moving from third into fourth and into fifth dimension. Fifth dimension in the place of love, peace and harmony. It excludes all evil. This is where we are moving and ascending to. Hence my business name, Arcturian Ascension and Crystal Center. I am predominantly from Arcturus, which is a star in the Bootes constellation. And I've had most of my lifetimes in Arcturus, on the planets around Arcturus. So I predominantly identify myself as Arcturian. This is why I call myself Paulio the Arcturian. Now this starts to get really weird. However, if you don't hear it from me, then it'll be a while longer before you'll hear it again. We are all in the process of waking up. Some are more accelerated than others, and that was through the choices that we made upon coming into this particular lifetime. We do not live singular lifetimes. We only change form as we come in and out of a biological body, or whatever the case may be. I won't go into that. Where was I at? So what I would like to say to you is that an average number of lifetimes for this planet has been around the 600 mark. Now, if you don't believe in reincarnation, you're going to be saying, man, this guy is fully tripping out. Well, at least I get to do it on natural hormones and adrenaline and the other chemicals that the body makes, because I actually don't take any drugs whatsoever, and I certainly do not take any pharmaceuticals. No pharma for me, thank you very much. They are designed to destroy you, pretty much. They've just got the facade of dealing with these symptoms while they're just poisoning your body. That's why they've got a whole list of side effects. The reason why pharmaceuticals have a long list of side effects is because they are actually poisons and toxins to your body. But those particular toxins do manipulate the biological system in a certain way, hence symptomatic relief. But you never ever get a cure. The cure is in the food that you eat. So in order to feel good, I just eat well, raw food, live food, as much of that as possible. Yeah, well, diet could be a lot better, that's for sure. So anyhow, I'm not on any drugs, no pharmaceuticals, and a bit of alcohol here and there. I won't kick myself for that. Otherwise, I'm fully 100 comprehendus. So, going back to what I said before, I don't expect you to believe any of this, but you will come into this understanding eventually. And I don't mind putting myself out there for you all. Because the way I see it is that the more that you seek and the more that you search, the more that you find out, the more that you pray, the more that you meditate, the more that you go into your heart center, the more that you spend out in nature with the birds and the trees and down the, on the ocean at dawn and dusk, enjoying that beautiful fresh breeze. That's when you get all of your revelations. It's so important. Keeping your head in the phone and your face on the TV, it takes you away from who and what you are. Your true self belongs in the fifth dimension. This is where you gain mastery, ascension, benevolence, power. And sovereignty. This is where you get your true sovereignty. This is where you stop giving your power away to these dark ones that want to keep you in the third dimension, in the survival mode. It's time to get out of the survival mode. It's time to see your faith in yourself, to see your power within yourself. This is the time for us all. And I'm doing this because the more that I put myself out there in order for you people, my beautiful fellow brothers and sisters, the more that I put out there to help you to understand, then we accelerate our pathway into the divine plan. And the other thing that's worth mentioning is that we all know the Lord's Prayer. We all intuitively know the Lord's Prayer, ladies and gentlemen. Why is that? It is inbuilt in us all because we have had so many lifetimes of reciting the Lord's Prayer over and over and over again. It is locked into that so-called junk DNA that they attempt to exclaim to you. It's not junk DNA at all. It contains your Akashic records. And when you meditate and go within, then you start activating that so-called junk DNA and it starts coming online. Each of those strands will plug back into your chakra systems because each strand is a connection to particular chakras. So as you power up your chakra systems, your energy centers, those strands start reconnecting and you start remembering more. Remembering. That's what you start doing. So with the Lord's Prayer, if you recite it, which I know you can, this is what we are doing. We are, as divine beings of source energy, or God, or Sugmod, or Buddha, or whoever you want to call this source energy. I usually call it Prime Creator. Once you understand the Lord's Prayer, then you come into a realization that Prime Creator or Source Energy is manifesting these finer etheric realms of existence into a denser form of energy into the physical material world. And it is here on Earth. To believe that we are the only existing beings in our universe is absolutely ridiculous. And to believe that we evolved from apes and chimpanzees is absolutely ridiculous. If that's the case, why haven't all the apes and chimpanzees evolved? I mean, really. Anyway, I'll leave it at that. Thank you for joining me. It's been a pleasure to be of service to you once again, my dear brothers and sisters. Please visit my website, arcturian.com.au. I've just gotten it up and running again. I'll have the store up and running very shortly. I'll be distributing meditation panels. Each one has a specific intent. And I have some very beautiful crystals to help you with your progress. And the other part of my name, Arcturian Ascension and Crystal Center, the crystals are to aid your energy. So you can work with different crystals as you go along and feel their energy and have them close by you. And these will activate elements within you. So that's what that is for. And I've got some beautiful crystal and silver pendants on their way. A pyramid, lapis lazuli orgonite pyramid, and a flower of life and amethyst orgonite pendant as well is on its way. You might have to be quick because I've only ordered a few of each, so we'll see how that all goes. So yes, enjoy my website, and don't forget to like and share this video. Namaste, dear ones. Have a very grand and beautiful day. It's been a pleasure.